Hi everyone and welcome again to my kitchen. This is Mage Engage, where I aim to introduce you, the Magento community, to you, the Magento community. Today I'm joined by Alex. Hi Alex, thank you for joining me.
Hi, David.
Cool. We're going to get on to a very, very important topic later on, but firstly, can you just introduce yourself to the viewers?
Okay, so I'm Alex. I am from Ukraine. I am doing Magento for about 4 years now. I founded a company called HexBrain, and also now I am working in Germany and living in Munich. So I am backend developer. I like to go to conferences, meet people. So that's it.
Very cool. Okay. But I don't want to talk about Magento today. What I would love to talk about is your passion for craft beer, if that's okay.
Yes, sure.
Perfect. So let's start from the very basics. Could you please explain the difference between regular beer and craft beer?
Okay, so for craft beer, it's completely different from the mass-produced beer. So it's done by micro and nano breweries.
Hmm.
They don't do it like thousands of liters per year. They just do small batches for
Okay.
to sell it. And also, usually, craft beer includes some hops, like from different countries,
Okay.
like United States, Germany, and New Zealand, all over the world. And most of the time, like good beer includes several hops. It could be up to 7 or even 10 hops in one beer. So it's more of a complex taste compared to usual lager or
Hmm.
pilsner.
Okay, cool. So with the fact that the ingredients and the process is different,
Yes,
you will benefit a lot from a better taste.
yes.
Hmm.
It's quite complex taste usually.
Hmm. Cool. So it's not just a plain kind of beer like a regular lager or pils.
Yes, yes.
Okay, cool. Very cool. So what actually got you into craft beer? What kind of took you away from regular beer and took you over to craft beer?
There's one social app called Untapped.
Hmm.
It's from United States, a startup from New York, and they allow you to check in into beers, as you like can set a rating for a beer, you can point a place where you are, you can have friends there,
Hmm.
and also recommendations for beer. And since I started using it, I saw like that some people are checking some uh, more obscure beers than I drink.
Okay.
So, and that got me into wonder where do I get this beer from, and so that's how it started.
Okay, cool. So you kind of use this app to discover new beers and new places that you can get great quality beer from.
Yes, yes.
Very cool. Okay. Um, so about new beers, what is your favorite, or if someone wanted to try, what would you suggest they start with in terms of craft beer?
One of my favorite beers right now is the beers with hop called Citra.
Hmm.
It's quite refreshing hop. It has a really nice aroma. It could be like single hop beer, just with Citra, or mixed with other kind of hops like Amarillo and so on and so forth.
Hmm.
So I really like this beer, and many craft brewers produce at least one beer with this hop.
Okay.
Yeah, for example, Mikkeller is quite a well-known Danish home brewer.
Hmm.
Also, Brewdog from
From
Scotland.
Scotland? Yes, I know Brewdog.
Yes,
Yes.
they also do this beer.
Okay. Very cool. So that's kind of a really fresh kind of summer drink, would it be?
Yes,
Or Mhm.
yes, I would say it's a summer drink. It's not too heavy, so it's around 5 to 6. So just
Hmm.
as usual beer.
Okay, very good. Cool. And talking about summer, are there plenty of kind of beer festivals and time to try different beers from people sitting out in the sun, which is how beer should be enjoyed, right?
Yeah, so actually today I'm going to a craft beer festival in the city called Regensburg. It's not too far away from here, and it's 3 day free festival for craft beer lovers. So they have a program with different music events, and also they of course serve different beers from all out the world and Germany as well.
Very cool. So one interesting thing is, have you ever considered brewing your own? Is that something you would think about doing, or do you already do it?
Yes, I didn't do it yet, but I think it will be for me in the future. I have a good friend here in Munich, Andreas Immer from Mothership. He already does it, so he already have pretty good knowledge about the process, about where to get the ingredients, how to control all the process. So I hope in fall this year to start brewing, at least like for me and friends.
Very cool.
Yes.
Is it a very complex process?
It is quite complex. Yes, you have to control all the steps to put like the product in the fridge for a certain amount and like to cool it down. I don't have like big knowledge about the process, but just general ones. But it's not that easy to do, because if you start it, you invest money into it, and you need to have good end product.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's no point having bad beer at the end of it.
Yes.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, so basically, thank you very much for explaining a bit about craft beer. It has been really interesting to hear, especially with the weather turning nice. It's people want to get out there and try something new. So I would suggest that craft beer is an awesome thing to try for people.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah, is there anything you'd like to plug while we're finishing here?
Yeah, sure. So if anyone stops by in Munich and want to try some craft beer, I already know two good places to do it. It's one is called Tap House, and one other is called Red Hot. So you can look them up on Google Maps, for example, and if you reach me out, I can go with you and give you some tips and recommendations.
Perfect. So if someone's in Munich, they contact you and they have their very own beer expert to come with them.
Yes, of course.
That sounds wonderful.
Yes, and other thing, there will be Magento Stammtisch in Munich, probably early June. It will be likely hosted in the company I work at, Vitafy. So if you're in Munich, you are Magento dev, please stop by, and we'll have good talk about Magento and beer if you like.
Cool. Is that a regular thing? How often do they meet?
Yes, it's a regular thing. It's once per month usually, or once per month and a half.
Okay, cool. Well, I will include all the information to do with the Stammtisch and a few things about yourself as well, so people can contact you when they're in Munich and get together and enjoy great beer and great company. But thank you very much for joining me. It's been fabulous.
Thank you.
And thank you. Pleasure. And thank you very much for watching. This has been Mage Engage, and tune in next week for another episode. Bye.
Ciao.